Good evening. Hi, and welcome to my daily Facebook Live. My name is Barry Selby. Let me just brighten up the screen. Hopefully you'll do that. Do that one? That one. Okay. No, maybe not. There we go, a little bit brighter. So, welcome to my daily Facebook Live. My name is Barry Selby. I am a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, and also a passionate champion for the divine feminine. I help strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. And this is Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart, number 198. Yes, 198. Saturday night, and I'm actually having a quiet night after having a lot of fun last night. I've got a busy day tomorrow. Been a busy day today, but I wanted to get this done as a commitment to myself and to my audience, to you, to keep going. This is 198, which means Monday will be number 200. That's kind of exciting and scary at the same time. Anyway, today's topic actually was inspired by a friend of mine I met last night. I will mention to her, this is for her. She can comment if she wants. Because she was talking about an experience with a guy that she'd broken up with where they crossed paths, and she was upset he didn't acknowledge her. And I said to her, basically, which I'm saying here was, it's like, you're not clean, you're not over him if that's still going on. So this topic is in honor of that and to support you ladies in particular, but men, if you're watching this, just flip the pronouns, you'll get the same experience. So the topic tonight is simply, you are not over him if. I'm going to give you a few ifs to play with. So in the case of my friend last night, she was not willing to, no, that's not why I was saying it. She was kind of perturbed because she had asked him not to have contact with her and then was upset when he didn't actually acknowledge her. So there's a little dichotomy in there, partly what's going on. At the same time, the wounds aren't healed yet. So what I'm saying, but let me rewind and give you a different framework. When I say you're not over him, ladies, and again, men, you can switch the pronouns for your own version, is when you still have stuff, still have upset, you're still attached to that person. In my book, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover, yes, I have a book out, which is why I'm a best-selling author, hint, hint. I talk about the rebound romance paradigm and the challenge of that. And this is not necessarily as extreme as that, because you may have broken up with the person a while back, but you still have some emotional baggage that hasn't been resolved with that person. Not saying you have to go back to them, by the way. But I want to throw some ideas and some reminders and some hints out there that maybe you can go, oh, maybe I'm not over that person yet. So, let me just get started. So let's roll up the sleeves and get started. So, you may not be over him if you keep stalking him on Facebook. That's kind of the obvious one. And you know who you are if you've done this before, where you're not willing to give up, move on. You're actually still attached to browsing their photographs to see who they're dating next and who they're attached to next. And that's messed up, to say the least. So that's number one. Well, actually, it's number two, I guess. Let me go. I'll do number one again, but this is I'll flip them. This is number one. If you're still stalking them on Facebook, that right there. Now, if they're mutual friends with other people, then there may be no way of avoiding that. But if I were you, I would, especially as now Facebook announced the 30-day snooze feature, I would say, if you broke up with somebody, hit that snooze button. So you don't see anything from them for 30 days. You need at least a month to be clear of them. So that's a recommendation as a cure for that. Second one, which I said earlier, which I'll rephrase now, is that you get upset if they don't acknowledge you. Now, you've broken up with them a month, 2 months, a year ago, but if they don't, if you happen to cross paths in a social environment, they don't go out of their way to say hi to you. If they don't do that, why are you getting upset? You're done with them. You moved on. Now, if they dumped you, it's a different story. I'm saying that if you broke up with them for whatever reason, if you're not clean on that, it's going to get in the way of your next romance, the next relationship. And that's why I'm doing this talk, to give you some inspiration and some thoughts about what you may want to do first. So, number three. And these are coming through as they come through. I don't have a script on these or a memorized list of these, so bear with me. So number three on the ways you may not be over him yet. And again, gents, if you're watching, just flip the pronouns to get your own version of this. Another way that comes up is if you're looking to duplicate the relationship with somebody else. Again, you know who you are. Where the person you were with wasn't doing what you wanted, but you wanted to get it right with somebody else and make that person fit the mold of the previous person. Don't do that. That's a bad choice. Again, this is a hook into the baggage you haven't resolved yet. That's number 3. Number 4, which is a similar spin in a way, is that you keep thinking you should go back to them, that maybe you made a mistake, that somehow the thing they did to you or against you, or the way they did to violate your trust, or whatever that was, you can get over it now and get back to them. If you couldn't do it when you're there, do not even think about trying to do it after you've left. If you close the door, don't try pulling the nails out of it again. You know, move on. It's time to move on. Get free, heal, move forward. As a sidebar, working with the last 3-4 clients I've been working with, there's a common thread with them that their emotional pain and wounds from the past are blocking them from loving somebody new. And if you haven't got over that person yet, which is what this is about, you're finding yourself basically digging or putting salt in those wounds and lemon juice in those wounds and all sorts of other condiments in those wounds, and it's going to keep hurting, and it's not going to work. So a lot of my work with my clients has been to help them heal their hearts, because first of all, they then feel relief. Secondly, they feel whole once again. And thirdly, when they approach a new relationship, they're not dragging their wounds into that next relationship, hoping that next person's going to fix them for you, because they won't. It's not their job. It's my job, I guess. I guess it is. It's what I do with my clients. So I'm thinking what else I can come up with. I'm also padding, by the way, to see if I've got a 5th and 6th option for this list of ways you know that you're not over them yet. Another way that you know if you're not over that person is you haven't yet chosen to take down the pictures, either on social media or in your house, of that person, or of you together with that person. That leads me to number 7. No, that leads me to number 6. Sorry, that was number 5. Leads me to number 6, which is any things they gave you as gifts, you may want to consider packing up and putting away. In fact, you may want to just put out on eBay or on Craigslist, or just donate them or give them back to the person even. But there are things that you may be holding on to, either objects, items like that, or pictures which are tied to memories that are keeping you hooked into that past relationship, and that gets in the way of you being free to love again. Just being clear about this. So that's number 6. I'm not sure I've got many more. I didn't have, again, no script, no planning. I don't have a list of this stuff. I just want to get these out for you to think about, and basically to give you the ideas about how you can move on. So, again, this topic is from a conversation I had with a new friend last night, in that context about the lack of acknowledgement, which is one of the 6 I've said so far. And if any more show up, I'll get back to you, so bear with me. So this is part of my ongoing series. By the way, just sidebar just into what this is about, by the way, in case you're joining me for the first time. These are my daily Facebook Lives. My name is Barry Selby. I do this every day. That's why they're daily. Kind of obvious. And this is number 198. So 2 more to number 200, which will be Monday, because I'll do one tomorrow and one on Monday. Unbroken so far. Well, admittedly, the first 30, 40 were done every week. Now they're every day. And keeping going, because there's so much content. It's amazing how much stuff there is about relationships to talk about. And about feminine leadership, and about polarity, and about so much more, which is what I'm talking about. This series of talks called Messages to the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart is designed for that purpose. It's to inspire you ladies to own your feminine gifts from your heart, heal your hearts, become strong in your love, and own your feminine gifts in the world. That was part of the conversation I had last night as well with some other people. I don't have any other ones coming out. That was 6. So here's the thing. I'm going to wrap this up because it's Saturday night and I want to put my feet up for a bit before I go do some other things. If you're watching this and you've got some ideas about what I didn't cover, some things that you think would be another reason why you're not over that person, put them in the comments below. I invite you to dialogue and be involved in this conversation. If you're stuck on this and you want some help, please reach out to me on social media. If you want to see my replays, a lot of the answers to questions you may have or not have even thought of asking, they all live on my website, which is barryselby.com, where you can find out about all my work, my coaching, you can find out how to get discovery sessions, my videos are all on my video blog page, all the Facebook Lives. I save it on YouTube and put on my website, so you can find them here on Facebook, also on YouTube under my name, Barry Selby, it's my channel, or on my website, which is barryselby.com. Click on the video blog to watch them. And again, if you've got thoughts of what might be added to this list that I gave you, which is, I gave you 6, let's even double it. Put it in the comments below. I'd love to see what your thoughts are about this topic. And with that, I think I'm complete for this one. They are usually short, just by the way. They usually run 5, Usually 8, 9, 10 minutes and longer, but they don't go much more longer than 12 to 15 minutes. This one's a quickie, as it were, being on topic. So thank you for watching. And if you didn't join in from the beginning, please go back and watch from the beginning, because I think I gave you some good keys. And I invite you to check out what I said. And if it touches you, please let me know. And with that, I will sign off. I do invite you to take care of yourself, because we do need you. And I'm back again tomorrow with more interesting topics on the area of masculine and feminine polarity, relationships, and so much more. All right, take care of yourselves. I will see you again tomorrow.